billion years ago, expansion started. Wave began to cool, the electrons began to cool. Neanderthals and tones will build the wall. The pyramids, math, science, history, unraveling the mystery that all started with the Big Bang.
Hey Sheldon, what are you doing for work?
String theory and how it relates to physics, and enjoying some flavorful, spicy Chinese food with extra hot sauce. Bazing! Bazing!
Too much bazing, too much bazing.
Sheldon, you better slow down. You know how your acid reflux acts up.
You don't worry about what I'm eating. You don't even know what acid reflux is.
Well, that's easy. In 3000 BC, the ancient Sumerians were the first to note that a heavy mixed diet caused a burning sensation in your chest.
Where's the closest company bathroom? East or west?
I told you not to eat so fast. Sheldon, I told you not to eat so fast.
I didn't eat too fast. It was too spicy. I put too much bazing on there. This acid reflux.
Oh, what happened, man?
I got acid reflux really bad. I had to leave work.
Man, you don't look so good.
It hurts. It burns right behind my heart.
Where's the burn?
Right behind my heart.
It's interesting.
What do you think, Howard?
Must be heartburn.
Heartburn? What's heartburn? Heartburn. Well, I was coming across this article the other day when I was studying for my physics test. Here, let me try to bring it up. Heartburn. Here it is. Okay, so you said you had spicy food, right? Yeah, spicy Chinese food. Yeah. Well, to understand what causes heartburn, let's trace the path of that spicy food you had today. Well, once you swallow a bite, it travels to the esophagus to the stomach. A valve-like ring of muscle called the lower esophageal sphincter opens to let the food in. Then it's supposed to close up again to prevent stomach acid from sliding up into the esophagus. So what I think happened with you is your esophageal sphincter didn't close up enough, leaving acid into your esophagus. Oh, that's what heartburn is, Raj. But I need to know how to get rid of it. Howard, can you help me?
Hey, Raj, will you pass me a laptop so I can look up some popular home remedies that we may have on the scene?
Yeah, man, here you go.
This heartburn? Well, it looks like milk is pretty common. We definitely have milk on hand for all that cereal you're always eating every morning. Oh, licorice. What? Licorice?
Licorice?
What's licorice?
Oh, I don't like the way that stuff tastes.
That stuff's gross. Well, at least there's peppermints, and we love peppermints, especially during the holiday times. And as well as melatonin, which is a common sleeping aid, can help buffer the heartburn effects. But most commonly, let's just go with the milk because the calcium can help break down the high acid levels that you're feeling in your esophagus right now.
I have had trouble sleeping lately. Maybe I should try some melatonin.
Melatonin may help buffer the long-term effects if this is an ongoing problem.
Howard, I need some milk or something. You know what? I don't need any of that. I just need to talk to Penny. I need to talk to Penny. I'm gonna get on here and talk to Penny. She's out of town right now. I'm gonna Skype her, see what she's doing.
So I heard you're having heartburn from the spicy food that you ate. I did some research to see how you can get rid of it and stuff you can take to help it. Heartburn happens when acid escapes from your stomach up into your esophagus. Your lower esophageal sphincter is supposed to prevent that, but sometimes it relaxes or doesn't close up properly and the acid escapes. Unlike the stomach, the esophagus isn't meant to hold the acid, so that's why you feel the burn. You can take Pepcid or Tums and Malax, but Tums and Malax won't last very long. It'll only ease the pain. But Pepcid will lower the amount of acid in your stomach. You can also relieve heartburn by drinking a whole glass of cold water as soon as you feel the heartburn. It'll wash the acid back into your stomach instead of your throat. A really good home remedy that I found, which you probably won't like it, but it will work, is that you can take a whole spoonful of vinegar. Even though it's really acidic, the esophagus will close off from the stomach when it comes into contact with acid. The acidic shock can cause the esophagus to close, which will prevent acid from rising. It'll burn as you swallow it, but within seconds, your heartburn will be cured. So I really hope your heartburn goes away.
Hey Sheldon, how you doing today, man? Glad to finally be on break.
Yeah, I'm feeling better. You know, I learned a lot about heartburn. It's going away.
Yeah, man, make sure you're watching your diet and everything. That'll really help prevent it from happening again.
Yeah.
I know that didn't feel good at all.
Yeah, some of those home remedies helped, and
Drink some milk.
Yep.
Alright. You gonna avoid the spicy food now?
Yeah.
Eat plenty of salads, greens, vegetables, and fruits. Make sure you sustain a healthy diet, man. It's gonna help prevent that from happening ever again. Yeah, Sheldon, I actually wanted to show you this little diagram I got off the internet to kind of teach you a little more about heartburn.
Oh, let me see.
You see, right here is a human. You eat food, it enters your mouth, travels down your esophagus, which is a tube leading to your stomach, and before it reaches the stomach, it has to pass through this valve-like structure called the esophageal sphincter, and then it enters the stomach. Your stomach produces acid to help break down food, but sometimes this little gap here that lets food in doesn't always close, and when it doesn't close, that's what's creating that symptom right about here where your heart is that we know as heartburn. You see over here, you can see the acid that is created to break down your food, and right here is that sphincter I was talking about. This is a little more closer diagram of the actual tubing going on. Here's your small intestine where your food is actually beginning to digest. Right here is just where your food passes through. So Sheldon, how's that heartburn treating you now?
Well, like I said, it's getting a lot better.
Yeah?
I don't think it's going to turn into acid reflux.
That's good.
Acid reflux is when the heartburn continually, happens.
Like over a period of time, it's happening constantly.
Yeah. That's when that muscle in your esophagus
Doesn't close
properly and lets acids up in there.
Yeah.
And they recommend that, there's a lot of different recommendations they have. Make sure you don't eat 2 or 3 hours before you go to sleep.
And one of them's like, don't lay down after you eat. The other one's like, don't eat snacks before bedtime. Don't eat certain spicy foods and whatnot.
Yeah, a lot of it has to
coffee,
do
sodas, and whatnot.
Yeah, things that are really acidic. Yeah.
Getting high in acid, definitely. You're gonna avoid. What is Raj? What was that you were talking about?
Oh man, you guys are teaching me a lot about this whole acid reflux thing, man. I'm sorry, you guys. I was at work. I've been caught up, but I found this website that might be able to help you next time. It's the International Foundation for Functional Gastrointestinal Disorders. You might want to check that out sometime.
Howard, those home remedies that Penny gave me, those were actually really helpful. They helped out with the heartburn a lot, and hopefully it's not going to turn into acid reflux.
Even that nasty licorice helped.
Ew, licorice.
That's a 1950s candy.
Sheldon, I just wanted to let you know that you're not the only one that deals with this issue. About 60 million people deal with heartburn throughout their lifetime at least once a month. About 15 million people deal with heartburn daily. That's about 5.5% of the U.S. population, or 1 in 18 U.S. people.
Our whole universe was in a hot, dense state that nearly 14 billion years ago expansion started with the earth began to cool, the electrons began to drool, Neanderthals and tones will build the wall. The pyramids, mad science history, unraveling the mystery that all started with the Big Bang.
Soft kitty, warm kitty, little
Kitty, warm kitty,
happy
little ball
kitty,
of fur.
sleepy kitty,
Happy kitty,